All the lies about the British royal family, all the racism claims, all the desperate desire to bring down the British monarchy was all for this? For this?
Listen to this because it's pure Hollywood drama. Meghan Markle, yes, the Duchess of Sussex, just faced the kind of rejection no amount of PR spin, Netflix editing, or glossy magazine coverage can fix. This wasn't a polite brush-off, not even a "we'll call you." This was Meghan Markle, literally standing outside Kris Jenner's giant Hidden Hills fortress and being told point blank, "You're not coming in." Can you imagine? The same Meghan who spent years trying to polish her image, climbing her way into Hollywood's most exclusive circles, suddenly stopped cold at the gates of the Kardashian-Jenner empire. And trust me, in Hollywood politics, that's not just a rejection. That's a very loud, very public message.
Meghan Markle overnight finally joined the Kardashian club. And I feel really sad about it. For all my girls, starting with Kay, she posted, and we know she's looked.
Security didn't sugarcoat it. They told her straight, "You're not on the list." Meghan, the woman who walked away from royal life chasing fame and high-profile alliances, tried to cross into Kris Jenner's kingdom. But the door slammed in her face. Hard. And in this world, that's devastating. It all started with whispers in Hollywood about Meghan's upcoming project, With Love, Meghan.
Chloe and Kim and Courtney for some years. I mean, it's surprising given those three actually work really hard, unlike her, but it's just quite pathetic.
Season 2 is on the way, and let's just say Season 1 didn't exactly set Hollywood on fire. Reviews were mixed, to put it kindly. So Meghan's team apparently decided they needed to bring in the big guns for round 2. They wanted bigger names, flashier cameos, and the ultimate reality TV queen herself, Kris Jenner. But here's the problem. Meghan didn't have the invite. She didn't have the meeting, and most importantly, she didn't have Kris's blessing.
The Kardashian sisters decides to post a hamper of dodgy as-ever goodies. Nancy Sidley on this. So Khloe Kardashian posted this on her Instagram stories today on Kylie Jenner.
And yet, brace yourself. Meghan decided to just show up. Bold? Maybe. Tone deaf? Absolutely. She rolled up in a sleek black SUV, shades on, radiating that "I belong here" energy. But the truth? She didn't belong there. Security checked, rechecked, and finally told her flat out,
Party. Meghan sent all the Kardashians press boxes hoping they would share it with their many followers. That never happened. Someone from the family regifted the as-ever crap. Khloe then took a pic of it. Meghan sees this hours later and jumps at the chance to be connected.
"You are not expected. You can't come in." Imagine Meghan's face. Sources say it was a mix of disbelief and barely contained fury. But here's the brutal truth. Kris Jenner runs her empire on control, exclusivity, and relationships that build the Kardashian-Jenner brand. Meghan, despite her royal title, doesn't bring the kind of drama Kris can cash in on, nor the mutual benefits Kris demands in every collaboration.
They are really living the American dream. I would say they are grafters and Meghan is a grifter. She doesn't put the work in. She's never been prepared to. Big news. Outspoken is now available as a podcast too. So please.
PR insiders are already saying this wasn't personal. It was strategic. Hollywood power brokers have been whispering about Meghan for months. High maintenance, controlling, obsessed with image, demanding to the point of exhaustion. That might work in royal PR circles. But in Hollywood, it gets you quietly frozen out. And now, with Kris shutting the door, Meghan isn't just facing one rejection, she's facing an entire industry taking note. And here's the kicker. When Kris Jenner says no, others follow.
Do that, and that's why we always see her taking shortcuts through PR and now through these scarcity tactics with her brand. She's not actually really wanting to achieve real success. She's always trying to fake it. And the reality is, for the Kardashians, for a long time, they were not taken seriously.
Here's Meghan's core problem. She's been desperately juggling two identities. On one side, the compassionate humanitarian, giving speeches at the UN. On the other, the Hollywood insider, chasing glossy magazine covers, dinner with A-listers, and reality TV royalty cameos. But the issue? Those worlds don't mix cleanly. Hollywood craves authenticity, or at least the illusion of it. And Meghan? Her every move feels like a carefully calculated chess game. So when the Kardashians, who practically invented reality TV authenticity, take one look and say, no thanks, it sends a crystal clear message. Meghan's game isn't working anymore. Her gate-crashing attempt at Kris Jenner's house? It screams desperation. It looks like the move of someone terrified of slipping into irrelevance, bending her own brand just to cling to a shred of relevance.
Entertainment industry, the Kardashians are. And so I think Meghan totally missed the memo, the message, which is that yes, having a title is somewhat impressive in Hollywood. Not a lot of people have that, but very, 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 very few, even actors, have the level of following and the level of influence that the Kardashians have.
And let's talk timing. Post-pandemic Hollywood is more exclusive than ever. Dinners, galas, charity events, it's all built on trust, image, and mutually beneficial relationships. Meghan, though, she's already burned bridges, feuds, failed media projects, behind-the-scenes drama. Her reputation has taken serious hits. And Kris Jenner? She's the gatekeeper of one of the tightest, most profitable circles in the entire industry. Meghan thinking she could just show up and pitch herself? A rookie mistake. In LA, that's not seen as bold. It's seen as desperate and presumptuous. And let's not forget Prince Harry. This mess isn't just Meghan's embarrassment. Every single stumble reflects on both of them. Insiders say Harry's already looking deeply uncomfortable at recent events, as though he's starting to realize their freedom from royal life has morphed into something far more exhausting: the endless hustle for Hollywood relevance.
I think they do have a pretty good authenticity chip there.
And Brittany, what we constantly get from Team Meghan Markle is a desperate attempt to convince us that she is this hard-working so-and-so, when we just know it's not true. But Daniel Martin, look at this post on...
And now being dragged into the Kris Jenner fiasco? For Harry, it's another humiliation. Another painful reminder that royal titles don't open every door in America, not when people see you as opportunistic. This wasn't just Meghan Markle being told no. This was Meghan Markle, actress, ex-royal, current Netflix face, standing outside the most powerful media family's gate and being denied entry, physically. And in Hollywood language, that's a warning shot. That's Kris Jenner declaring, "You're not one of us, and we're not giving you the stage to pretend you are." And make no mistake, this is a turning point. Without Kris and without allies, Meghan's brand is on the edge of becoming stale, predictable, and worst of all, unwanted.
Still we push, we labour more. For in the end, the fruits will show, the seeds of efforts always grow, the sweetest taste, the richest prize is born from work beneath skies. So she's toiling away, Brittany, but the only problem is he had to go back months and months and months to get that photo of her.
So here's the reality check. If with love, Meghan Season 2 can't land major guests, it's doomed before it even begins. And Kris Jenner slamming the gates in her face? That's not just a setback, that's poison. And here's the bombshell. Kris isn't the only one saying no. Whispers are swirling about at least 2 other A-listers who have quietly declined to work with Meghan in recent months. And the reasons? Brutal. They describe someone who is impossible to collaborate with. Image-obsessed, controlling, and way too political for comfort. In Hollywood, those words spread like wildfire.
Oh, 100%. I remember seeing that Nancy reposted that, and I saw it before, and I remember thinking, I don't even know if we saw that coverage ever being used. I'm like, what is it? What was it supposed to be? And it goes to show for Meghan, like, despite her claims to the contrary, that she's putting so much effort into this, so much love and joy and whatever, is that this is really just cheap. It's just tacky. She's hardly put any effort into this. She hardly has ever seen.
Just look at Oprah Winfrey. Once Meghan and Harry's biggest champion, the woman who handed them their career-defining interview, her camp has been pulling back. Invitations to small private gatherings declined. No more cozy joint appearances. A producer even whispered to Variety, Oprah knows the public has cooled on Meghan, and she's not risking her brand by clinging to her. That's catastrophic. Then there's Ellen DeGeneres, Meghan's so-called California bestie. Ellen has her own image rehabilitation to worry about after her scandal. And guess what? Meghan's name is now toxic to that comeback. Ellen's team doesn't want Meghan anywhere near her. And perhaps the most shocking? Tyler Perry, the man who literally gave Meghan and Harry shelter when they bolted from the UK. Even he's gone quiet. Less contact, fewer calls, no more lifeline. And that, right there, shows you everything. In Hollywood, loyalty has an expiration date, and Meghan seems to be up. What's unraveling here isn't just awkward snubs, it's a brand collapse in slow motion. Think back to Meghan's big Hollywood entrance. She was the glamorous outsider, the royal rebel, the woman who walked away from Buckingham Palace. People were fascinated, but over time, that sparkle dimmed. The narrative shifted. Now, instead of intrigue, there's suspicion. Instead of open doors, there's polite avoidance. The Kris Jenner humiliation was the most public, but it's the private rejections, the quiet no thanks from big names, that cut the deepest. They don't make splashy gossip headlines right away, but they block opportunities before they can even start. And in a town where access is everything, losing that invisible network is like losing oxygen. And Harry? Oh, poor Harry. He looks more and more out of place with every passing week. Sources close to the couple say he gets visibly uncomfortable when people bring up Meghan's Hollywood alliances, or lack of them. This is the man who once spoke passionately about veterans, service, mental health, now reduced to standing beside Meghan while she hustles for celebrity cameos. And insiders whisper he's beginning to realize the bitter truth. The freedom they sought from royal life has been replaced by another kind of cage. A cage built not of protocols and crowns, but of endless networking, fragile alliances, and the crushing need to stay relevant in a city that forgets you in 6 months. And that's the true sting of the Kris Jenner fiasco. It wasn't just about a gate or a list or a "you can't come in." It was a symbol. It was Hollywood itself drawing a line in the sand. Meghan can still grab press headlines, sure, but press doesn't equal power. Headlines don't translate into invitations, collaborations, or influence. The Hollywood elite have spoken, and Meghan's on the outside, looking in. So, what's next? Well, all eyes are on With Love, Meghan Season 2. This project could either be her miraculous redemption or her ultimate downfall. If she pulls it off with star power, maybe she claws her way back. But without allies, without access, it risks being the moment Hollywood finally says she's not worth the gamble. And here's the most dangerous part. Every week that passes, her ally list shrinks. Oprah's distant, Ellen's avoiding her, Tyler Perry's faded out, and Kris Jenner has flat out slammed the gates. If Meghan can't rebuild bridges or build new ones fast, she and Harry aren't just at risk of rejection, they're at risk of irrelevance. And in Hollywood, irrelevance is the one scandal you can't come back from.